prep, how can I say, online course eventually with me or with someone else, no problem. But he needs somebody that teaches him the basics. But when you go and check his artistic drawings, in artistic drawing, he has the basics and he's very good. So he just needs to make that switch between making artistic drawing so well, the way he does, and doing that for a car. And I know that to sketch a car is very difficult. It's not easy. It's one of the most complicated things that we can do. So for that reason, I told him, hey, look, what is your goal? What are you going to do? Because if you want to become just another student of public school, university, whatever you want to do, even if you go to engineering where they say they have a transportation design department, but they don't have the same method of the right schools, you probably risk to have the same mental approach of being a student, and also you will not have the opportunity probably to make a very good portfolio, even if you have a certain talent, because you will not have the right tools or the right teachers or the right environment to push you mentally to make an extra step, because that's what you have to do. Now I said, now you're young, it's still, soon, but already from now, if that's what you want to become one day, I suggest you strongly to plan, make a plan. So let's set up goals. And when you set up those goals, you have the milestones, in time, knowing what you have to do between those two milestones in terms of activity. Because it's not that I have a goal, I want to become a car designer, okay, that's it, now I go and play foot, soccer. No. Okay, you have to play, of course, you have to have fun. But what I mean is that the goal is to give you, a first target, because if you reach that target, then you move on another target. Joe, what are you saying? Yeah, this is very true. My school does not support transportation design, right? That's normal. We lost two of our best professors with industry experience. That's bad. I graduate next year and want to go somewhere for a master. Okay, then we'll talk about master. Okay, Joe. After I'll tell you what you have to be really concentrated on to make sure that you don't make a mistake in choosing the school for the master, because we can make a big mistake there too. Okay, so stick with me. So now what I will do, I will share with you a little bit what I told this guy. Okay, wait a moment. Too many things and not much space. I'm gonna change camera, and I'm gonna talk with you. Yeah, there you go. Wait. Hi, I'm back. Wait just a second. I have to put that camera a little bit better. Yeah, like that is better. Hey, Sudashu Rai. Ciao Luciano, greetings from India. Ciao, my friends from India. Display here. Now you can see, I know, 100%. Okay, so we have time. And I told my friend, my Italian friend, look, now you are thinking like, I have my homework, I do my homework, I have a good grade, this time I have a better grade, and I am happy, my friend's happy, my family is happy, and finally I can say that everybody is happy, I did everything right. Okay, but that's poor. I told him that's not what we want. We're not looking for that. We don't care about the grade. What we care is the progression. Hey, Jake Martins. Oh, Zimbabwe. Wow. This is the first time. Hey, I was in a meeting and we were talking about your country. You won't believe it. I cannot tell you what. But anyway. That's nice. Okay, so a little heart to Zimbabwe. There you go. Thank you. But by the way, guys, if you didn't do it yet, please put the like. I need to make this channel grow. And if you are new, you can always subscribe. And if you want to support this channel, you have two ways of supporting this channel, okay? You just hit the button, join a membership, and you will discover how you can do it, okay? And if you want to offer me a coffee, of course, you have the super chat, super sticker, super mama, super father, and grandparents too, of course. Super mommy. All right. Okay, so what is important is not the grade, okay? The grade I write here. Everybody is always concentrated on grade, you know. Also, one of my son, I said, I really hope I'm gonna get 100, or I don't know what grade for his final, you know. And I told him, I said, Joe, it's great. I don't care. I'm looking at your progression since the first day, the first year, and this is the last year today. Oh, they got their diploma, so they all both of them are very happy. And for me, you made really something exceptional because your progression has been very good, very high quality. Walter, hello, this is Walter, and I am Brazilian, watching from South Africa. That's cool. You know, Brazil, you know, I work with Brazilian colleagues because Renault has a Renault Brazil, and we have also a design center, and I'm doing few projects with them. They are very, very nice. With Daniel. Okay, so grade, it's okay, grade is important. I don't want to say it's not important, but grade is just a measure, it's just a number. What is important is the progression, okay? You start here and you won't end up here. Now, there is time. And the good thing is that in some cases we have the time, you know, to develop, to without big stress, you know, that's what I want to say. So we have just to plan. That's why I say plan, you know. So when you start school and you are not yet in car design school, that might be here, okay? Already here, I ask those people that ask me, I say, you have to change your approach, your mental approach. Remember that in order to get into this school, you must get out of your school, get your diploma with a very good grade. But the grade is not as important because you can say, I got 100. No, because you gain maturity in your brain. If you organize yourself, especially the last 2 years of the high school, and you start really thinking how to manage those last 2 years in order to do well, it means that you reach a certain type of maturity, okay, that allows you to understand things about a school or university plan differently from the mass of other people, all the other friends that, I don't know, every evening prefer to go and drink beer and have fun and in Italy go and talk just about soccer, you know? Forza Milan, by the way, Milan AC, okay? So, this is the first step. And this means that a lot of people, what I asked that Italian guy said, I'm not asking you not to go out, but what I'm asking you to do now is that you keep attention on your school, because that's the door, you know, it opens you the door, and you have to do it well. But at the same time, you start from now to sketch every day the way I teach you via my YouTube videos, so all the how can I say, the free supports that I offer to everybody via YouTube, Instagram, etc. I said, if you want, you can get also my ebook, but it's still too soon. At the moment, I just want you to follow the videos, also of other people, because there is Berg with his channel, Sketch Monkey, and other people, Ink Tank. They also have excellent tutorials. And start following and start getting that discipline. You know, every day you'll do a little bit of car sketching, because you have to change the way you approach yourself to the drawing. Because for cars, there are a few things are different. You know, even compare the approach to product design. That is a little bit easier, but car design is particular. So we talked about that. Then I said, then once you do that, you will be 18 years old, okay? 18. Then you have to choose your university. Wait, I search for another color so that it's easier for you to understand the different type of. So when you get in school, you have an entry portfolio. So here you have the time to use to prepare an entry portfolio. And if you think that you have a real quality, you know, if you really think that you got the talent, and other people like me or other people tell you, you got talent, you have to work hard on this, then in this period here, you have to work a lot, sketching a lot, and you really have to go for a prep program online sketching course, because you have to anticipate, because in school you will have only 3 years. So let's not forget. So you have 1 year, second year, and third year. And after here you have work. Okay? So now you understand that if here you learn, I would say 20% of what they will teach you here during the first year, it means that your entry portfolio quality, your engagement, your mental approach, your maturity, your understanding of the difficulties that you will go through, you know, your, between quotes, sacrifice, because you go out much less than before, than today. And maybe your girlfriends get pissed and you say, no, I'm concentrated. It's much better to have a girlfriend that understands that this is like a mission, so that with love she can be supporter. You know, of course you have to support also your girlfriend, but those people that take you out from the, you know, from the house, man, no, don't worry, we'll do this later, let's go and have fun. Be careful, because now when you are there, 17 years old, 16 years old, I know that is young age, but if you want to be a car designer, or you want to do a very complicated discipline, you know, you gotta put your head on your shoulders and your feet on the ground. Ciao, Sibashish. Ciao. Welcome back. So, between those 3 years, you have set up goals. So the first goal, it's here. Goal number 1. Do you know which one is? Write down. Do you have an idea? If you get into the school here, the first goal, very important goal, it's here, in the middle. Can you imagine which one is your first goal? The day 1 you get in school. So you are thinking a year and a half ahead, okay? Because this goal, we have to do something that has to be real and achievable in a year and a half. Write down. Let me see. Mr. Icy, I'm fine, thank you. What about you? How are you? How are you? Mr. Icy, where are you from? I was asking this to everybody before. Put your like if you didn't put your like yet, okay? The like on the video, of course. This channel has to grow. We have to tell the algorithm of our friend YouTube, hey, push my video all over. Okay, so if you don't know which one is this goal, I will tell you. It's the internship. Internship. This is goal number 1. Okay? All right, now only striker. Now I'll tell you what happens when we set up a goal. Let's put a nice, shiny, funky color, huh? Highliner. Look at this, beautiful. Okay. So when we set up a goal, we have 1 year and a half. So this means that between that day, the first day, and that goal, we have to do something. Because that's why I was saying improving. Improving. The other, I write here, improving. The other keyword, okay, that is very important. Because in order to get that, to reach that goal, you have to improve a lot of things. And that's why the plan, that plan, it's important. That you never forget that you are following a plan, a career plan. And so what do we have to do? Well, we have to improve, first of all, sketching. Right? And when we say we have to improve sketching, this means that we have to improve techniques. We have to improve skills. We have to learn about color medias. We have to learn how to use digital. Right? And then there is another thing very important here, right there. We have to improve because we learn how to do all that stuff. We can finally improve and experience our creativity. This is fundamental, creativity. Because you will be paid because of your creativity. There is someone new. Hey, Abdul. Ciao. Greetings from India. Ciao. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Few hearts for you too. Thank you. Thank you very much. Put your like. Put your like. So, creativity. Because the fact that we ask everybody, you have to sketch well, we need quality, that we are so exigent, we are so demanding that the sketch must be nice, the line quality has to be good, that the perspective, no mistakes, that your backgrounds must be really interesting, well done, that the composition is giving us a feeling of a storytelling for your project. All that stuff is to push your creativity. Because at the end, designers are creative people. And that's why they're paid and hired. The y-axis of the grid represents this one. This axis is just a time line. It's like the milestones. Okay, Raja. What is important is this axis, which is time. Time. When we go to university, in general, it's 3 years. 1, 2, and 3 years, as I said. Aspetta. Voila. Like this is better so you can see. All right. And those are the milestones. Then we have this line. This is our progression. Okay. All right. So, as you can see, when we set up a goal, it means there is all series of activities that we have to respect, go through, and try to do all those things at our best. And when you do that with intelligence, responsibility, discipline, knowing that you are focused for your future, because that's what you're doing. You are preparing your future to be a happy person that is working, doing what it's passion, which is the best. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the poor people that have to work to bring money at home on a job that they don't like or they don't care every day like this for years? We are very lucky person. I am very lucky because even if I get mad at work sometimes because it's normal, can happen, I'm still very, very happy person because I want to be a car designer. I am into a car design studio. I have a role. I play my role. I have fun. I am, how can I say it? I have a lot of people that are all creative people. We do projects together. We do sometimes really difficult things together. That's great. So that's what it's going to happen to you too. So all this stuff to improve, to reach that goal and make an internship portfolio so that in a year and a half time, you will make your progression. You understand that? Ciao, Adele. Ciao, welcome back. Wait, I'm gonna send a little heart to YouTube. Okay? There you go. Thank you for being with us. Put your like if you didn't put it yet on the video. All right, so the progression. But when we reach that goal, what's gonna be the next one? Because we have one more goal, or we have two in reality. But another one is fundamental. It's more important than this one, the goal number 2. If you think that you know, write it down. Or if you want to guess. Okay? I'm going to write it here. Goal number 2. I'm making very nice graphics. I'm going to take a photo of this after. I will tell you, is to make an outstanding portfolio. So this time we are talking about portfolio. Because this portfolio will give us a project, will give us a job. So, okay. Now, somebody, yes, right, portfolio. Full-time job, it's gonna be goal number 3. I write here. It's work. All right, so now let's talk about this part now. I got my internship, okay? I have 4 months, I don't know, Mercedes Design Studio in Sindelfingen, or in Audi, or in Renault with us, why not? I learn a little bit what it really means to be a designer. I have my tutor from the company that will explain to me, no, Sibash, focus on sketching, it's here. It's to reach goal number 1, which is the internship. As I said, goal number 1, you start here. To reach your goal number 1, you have to do things. You have to work. But what? Here is the list. Sketching, techniques, skills, color media, digital, and a lot of other things, you know. So basically, put yourself in conditions to draw really well cars, interior, exteriors, whatever. And all this will help you after the first 6 7 months to it will help you to express your creativity, because each one of us starts with creativity, but because we have difficult time in drawing correctly at the beginning of the school, what happens? We cannot draw the car that we have in mind because we don't know how to do it. It's like somebody that starts speaking a new language. If I know 4 words, how can I express, how can I make a speech? I can't. But when I learn all the words and a little bit of grammar and rules and how to talk, then I can start speaking, and knowing people. All right. And here's the same. So there are those things that we have to do. So we get the internship. After the internship time, we come back with 4 months of experience. That is not a huge experience, but it's important because you see, if you're smart enough, when you are doing an internship, you realize that there are things that are important. And maybe in school they don't tell you. It's normal. It's not bad thing, okay? It's just that the experience you make, it's something very particular. And of course, it's not like going to school. It's a real job. For 4 months you will be there. And your tutor, if he's a nice guy or a nice girl, will explain you things. Will make you work or give you your how can I say, your support on a specific project, even if they probably will not pick up your work. But the fact of participating to that with other professional designers, working on the same planning, having the same milestone to make presentations, and feel that competition, that anxiety and that excitement, because you have the presentation with the director or design manager, studio manager, it forces you to work harder, because of course you want to show that you are a very good student, that you can become a very good designer, because you hope that they will call you back after 1 year, So all that stuff give you a certain type of experience that will help you to complete the second part of the university, so the last year and a half, to reach the goal number 2, which is getting an excellent portfolio. Now, in the portfolio, in the final portfolio, of course you will have some of the work you have done during your internship. Establish problem identification and problem solving, maybe. Yeah, that's I will tell you now. I will tell you, you're right, but I will tell you in which point we're gonna put this stuff. So some of the work that you're doing in the internship, okay, will go there. Okay, some projects, but not all. All right. So we have to prepare more projects to feed our portfolio, to make sure that we have 7 8 projects, something really nice. All right. Where do we do that? Here. That's the time where you have to do it. And now I come in again with other keywords that are basically what Sibasic was saying, problem solving. Then we have planning, project, management. Then we have digital, 3D, film, presentations, sponsored projects. You see, it's a long list here. We have a big list here. So when we have all this to do, you understand that for another year and a half, you have the part that is more complicated, most exciting, in my opinion, because models. Because here you will exercise your abilities in project making. You will have sponsor projects or projects that are not sponsored. It doesn't matter. You will have a planning. You know that you have only 3 months to make a project. You know that you have to do the research, concept choice, color drawings, digital work, presentations. That's called design process. Design process. So when you learn how to do all this, and then you get in model making, your virtual model, and then because you have a virtual model, you can make a virtual film, a virtual small film, that you can use in your presentation, and of course you can put in your portfolio. You have a lot of opportunities there to make your portfolio ultra rich. You have just to choose between all the things you do, what's the best ones to choose and put the others on the side. But there is a problem. We have a problem. I tell you which one is this problem. The problem is that most of the people, when they are here, they believe they already belong to the club of the good ones. And without understanding, without seeing it, they lose performance. So their progression suddenly drops down. It drops down. I've seen this when I was a teacher. I've been teaching for 11 years in school. 3 different schools. This always happens. Not to everybody, but the majority of the people, yes. And you might be part of that majority. So I am warning you here that that's what you have to be very careful. This is where you need your mental strength. Mental strength. And I talked about that also to the Italian guy. I write here, mental strength. Because it's thanks to the mental strength that you can analyze and be focused on what you have to do to reach the quality you need in order to get that thing, to get that goal. So here in general, teachers get pissed, get mad. Come on, guys, this is not good quality. I remember all the time I was mad in school, in classes, in the evening. I would go in class, I would look at the drawings of all the students, and then I would start saying, who's this drawing? It's mine. This is incredible. This is so bad. What's going on? I mean, you have to, like slapping people in the face. So I tell you, be careful, because this is going to happen to you too. When you have to think about your progression. Don't forget your progression. And the progression must be always pointing up. Always. That's the only way. And how do I understand if I have a good progression? But first of all, improving. That's why improving, it's connected to goals, to reaching a goal. Because you are forced to improve to reach a goal, because every goal is more difficult. So if you keep the tension, the mental strength, and focused on the project, and keep on being demanding with yourself, listen your teachers, listen the feedback. Sometimes feedbacks are rude. I know it might bless us, but still listen to them. I know that you don't want to give satisfaction to somebody that told you I don't like it, but still listen to and ask yourself why that person didn't like it. So if you are there, you have to go up quickly, very quickly. So I hope you get a teacher that will slap you on the face so that you can wake up. But in general, the good people, the talented people, those that really have in the blood, in their DNA, they will never do that. They will keep going up. So we get to the goal number 2, portfolio. You get your portfolio. The goal number 3 is to get a job. And this is the hardest goal. Because once you get in, you are in. So when we have to reach the goal number 3, okay, I write it here. The number 3, which is work. Here we have another game that starts, that is complicated. It's a match. You have to be really concentrated. Here, basically, there are a lot of things that you have to do. You will have basically maybe 2 months, between 2 months and 6 months to get a job. Okay, the best ones, it's between 2 and 6 months. There are also cases of people that get a job after 1 month. Okay, I got it after 2 months. But other people in general, if we make a statistics, in general, it's between 2, 6, 8 the worst. So time, okay, and this is month number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, eventually number 7. Okay, and here we have work. Okay, good. So there are things you have to do there, because school in 3 years cannot teach you everything. And as you know, because often I talk about this on my videos, how can I say, you go out with your portfolio, but nobody teaches you how you have to behave within an interview. A lot of people make mistakes. So there are lots of videos I made on this, okay? How to present yourself, how you do a job, interview, and stuff like that. But one thing I want to tell you about this third goal, and on what you have to improve, and you have to start thinking about it, is behavior. So behavior is very important. Mr. Rai, I think developing a mature mindset to analyze feedback is really crucial for any field of design. Yes, I agree 100%. It took me 3-4 months to understand the importance of this, while I said, yeah, exactly, right. That's very, very good. And if you have new stories, please write in the comment, because I remember you also from last week. You had this great experience as an intern. When I talk about behavior, I mean, when you are with your friends and you guys tell jokes to have fun, with girlfriends, with friends, everybody, hey, hi, you see, everybody moves, everybody smiling. I can't believe, it's good time, it's normal. Now, my question is, would you be so friendly if in front of you there is a design manager, I don't know, of Honda or Toyota or I don't know, Stellantis, and you are alone with your portfolio in front of this person that you don't know? Probably not. And then the question is, what you have to do? What do you have to do in order to make sure that at the first impression, that person says, I like this person, I like this guy, or I like this girl? There must be something that creates that sparkle, that magic, positive sparkle that opens and breaks the ice in a positive way, so that when you start talking, you open your portfolio, or you show your portfolio, I don't know, on a device like an iPod or iPad or something. you can feel, because then you feel it, that that person is kind of happy. That's great, because you have an open door, the opportunity to have somebody in front of you that doesn't know you, that has power, that can do this with you, okay? That on the contrary is quite curious, likes you. Why not? So let's take seriously this person. Let's watch his portfolio or her portfolio. One by one, I'm willing. I listen to you. Explain yourself. Explain your drawings, your choices. Show me your model. Show me the little film. Talk to me about what you think, where you think yourself in 5 years. Stuff like that, so that you can talk and the person can give you an evaluation on a human point of view, because that's very important. I always say it, human factor, that you are not arrogant, you are well educated, so that you have all the qualities that those people can say, he could live in our design studio very well with our designers, and then your skills, so your portfolio, your creativity, in which this person is gonna find some interesting stuff. Maybe not everybody's good, but some projects, I really like that sketch, I really like that idea. So that's positive. That it's not work 100%, but it's positive. And to make sure that you get that, you have to favor that, and that's your behavior. That's why I say behavior is important. The tone of your voice, how much you move, with your body, the body language. I always say the body language, important, body language. And then be simple, which means be yourself. You gotta be yourself. Because if you pretend to be someone else because you want to show yourself as a professional, on the other side, somebody is 40 years old, 50 years old. Those people, how many young people met, they know exactly if you are an actor or you are really yourself. So I always say, be yourself. Yeah, communication skills. Grazie, namaste, Mr. Rai. Communication skills. And communication skills, it's something that today influencers know really well. I mean, I'm not an influencer, but it's true. It took me some time before I could feel really nice in front of a camera. Now, it's not that now I'm perfect. I make a lot of mistakes, I know. But at the same time, you get a confidence. Trust yourself. But to trust yourself, you have to do something that shows that you can trust yourself, which means exercise. And we go back in improving, because all that stuff that you can do during those months, it's improving yourself on a human point of view in terms of relationships with others. Because those relationships, as I said, are very different about relationships that you have with your friends or your family, your sisters, your cousins, because those are different type of relationships, a family relationship. There you can do whatever you want, you can say almost everything you want. But when you are on a business type of relationships and in front of somebody that is not of your same level, but is much more important and has power, then you have to measure very well your words, what you say, your storytelling, the things you're gonna say, when you're gonna speak, and how long you have to listen. Because there is also this, it's the play of the roles, The guy speaks, you listen. You don't interrupt. Even if you're right, you don't say it. Then you see that there is a gap. There is that moment where you can say a few words, to to reinforce a concept or to explain other things, then very politely, with few words, you say it. So that you know, it's like playing with a ball. I give you the ball, then you give it back to me, and I have to know when I have to give it back to you. You know, so all that stuff, you have those months after school, if you are in that situation, that you can still take some time to improve. All right? So to reach the final goal, to get a work, to go to work, to get a job. And then there is another part that in which you have to improve, is that probably your portfolio has few projects that are not good enough. And I can tell you, I see a lot of portfolios, and I always find a couple of projects or 3 projects that are not really at the same level of the others. And then I have to write back my feedback to the person is, I'm sorry, with this portfolio, in this condition, you don't get the job. Those 2 projects have those 3 slides that are bad. So you have to redo those 3 slides. Or other people that have few projects, 4, 3. I see one time portfolio, 3 projects. 3 projects. It means you don't care. I mean, come on, guys. So I say, no, I'm sorry, you should have at least 50 slides. You know, 50, 55 slides. Some people make even 60, 70. Maybe it's too much because we don't like when a portfolio is too long. But 5, 6 projects with variety, you know, so that you can see several things. You can evaluate a different type of creativity. That's very nice. So that's what you have to do. And you need time, because before you take your portfolio, you put your portfolio on the market. And to put a portfolio on the market means that you put it, you send it. So people see it and they record in their mind. If they don't like it, you cannot send a new portfolio 3 months later because you made a correction. They will not care about you. It's almost one-shot opportunity to break through. That's why I always say to those people, they show me their portfolio at the end of the 3 years of university after their graduation, that they did not yet present that portfolio to anybody. I always say, wait, don't do it. Make those corrections. Make these corrections. After you show me again, and after you show your portfolio. Because you risk to grill your portfolio. You burn it. It's like leaving, you know, a piece of meat on the barbecue. It's gonna become black with lots of smoke and stinky, you know, because you burn it. All right, so as you can see, after all this explanation, you know, that's where we started and that's where we landed. Okay, now wait that I make a transition, because everything I had to write down, I did it. Okay. Okay, so here I am. So basically, that's why I say that to reach goals is connected to improving. And each one of you basically gave me the right answers, but not in the right case. But I would say that you understood, you know, what I wanted to do, what I wanted to communicate to you today. So if I make a resume, you know, at the end of all this, you know, be responsible, be ambitious, because to reach goals means that you have ambitions. That's great. And that's why I made also another video some time ago where I said, are you ambitious? And if yes, how? And that's why I told to this Italian, the son of my Italian friend, I said, don't get the approach of the public school in Italy. Because the only thing they care is that all this mass of students get in, every year they move on to the next year, and then they go away with their diploma, and that's it, and then we wait for the newcomers. Here it's not like that. If you get into this game, if you want to play this game, be smart. And I can tell you, the things are very important so that you can take care of it. And you will get to the right day prepared. And the worst thing can happen, you won't get the job right away. But for sure, if you do all this correct and you have a good creativity, which means also good skills, because I said if you do all this correct, you will not find a job in that company, but you will find a job in another company. And sooner or later, you will find the job. All right? So I hope that you are very happy about this talk of today. As you can see, a lot of things were just not improvised, but I have everything here in my head. So I hope that you enjoy it. That is most of all useful to you.